Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Texas Tech Red Raiders and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Inside Williams-Brice Stadium for South Carolina, the Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. For the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Sellers. Got a man. It's Fuller. He goes out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a three-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. And when you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Caught behind the line. It's Hunt. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Man, what a start for this offense. That's what you kind of want, man. You want to get in a rhythm. You want to get in the flow. Now, you don't expect 3 plays and 3 first downs, but they'll absolutely take it. But coming out the gates with energy, with passion, executing at a really high level.
The run inside. It's Fuller. Breaks the tackle. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Quarterback may change this route. Here's Sellers to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. First score of the game goes up.
I mean, what a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, getting it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow, and they cap it off with a touchdown pass.
And they converted the extra point with a little help from that left side upright. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. on the run. It's sticky. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air. It's Hammond. Grabbed in the middle. It's Carter. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw. They'll run the screen. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Hammond. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Quarterback making checks. Throwing, Sellers. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got room on the return. The 20. Touchdown, Red Raider. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
And the extra point splits the uprights. He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Sellers. Under fire. And down he goes.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. He uncorks one deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
Makes a grab and room to... Got enough space. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's Fuller. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Man, that is going to haunt this quarterback. He had his receiver running a deep route. He was open, and the QB overthrew him. Man, that sucks.
Magic.
Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's Sellers to throw. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick six here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick six rattled him a little bit. And if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. You got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory, because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal call.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes a deep grab. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Sellers. Shoots it to the left. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. How about the offense both teams put on display in this first quarter? Huge early numbers. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Looking downfield is Hammond. Throws to the tight end. That's caught. It's Carter. Still running at the 40. He's loose down the left side. To the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Sellers. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Goes high to pull it in. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. You get the big play, now to pay it off. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Motion from the wideout. Play fake, Sellers. Grabbed behind the line, it's Tuggle. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Maybe some room here. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And that's why it's so tough to stop an option offense in plays like this, because defensively you've got to be so good with your assignments. Someone needs the dive. Someone needs the quarterback. Who's got the pitch man? That time nobody on defense had the answer.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. At the 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Dropping back, it's Hammond. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab, it's Carter. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
And the Red Raiders come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Red Raiders. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in this game. 3 of his 6 have come in this one.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. To make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bennett. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Snags it, and there's running room. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready. Kill. 390, Twilight. 390, Twilight.
Running inside. It's Fuller. Got enough for the first. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's Tuggle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now on 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. Here's Sellers to throw. Looking for his man. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Gets it away off his back foot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. It looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get some momentum going.
Dropping back, it's Hammond. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Eakin. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
You know, we're only in the first half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. The tag. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Gamecock. Lining up for the PAT. the extra point is good. A 4-point game at 35-31. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Kill. 776 captain. 776.
Might be changing the route.
Magic. Force.
Throwing Sellers. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long.
Ninja. Brick. Icy. Bridge. Mustang. Move.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion.
Ninja.
Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun on third down, Sellers. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Absolute shank. Missed it. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Red Raiders trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Gonna run it. It's Dickey. They make the stop. It'll be 4th down. The defense does have a timeout to use if they want to try to put up points before the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We get things going with the Ball State Cardinals taking on the North Carolina Tar Heels. And it's the Cardinals who are faring well right now in their quest to turn this season around. 2-3 would hardly be 5-0, but if they can close this out, they've accomplished something. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Conference USA.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get breaks into the open. Spin, still running. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Carter. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. So as soon as they step on the field here in the 3rd quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Sellers on the play action. Makes the grab. It's Fuller. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Finding an escape route. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The RPO fired complete to the left. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs.
139 Albatross. 139 Albatross.
The offense changing the play.
Stay. Icy. Bridge.
Sellers. Quickly to the tight end. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the 2nd half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's Sellers. Flips it out to the back. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
They'll move the tight end. They'll try to hit the sideline on the jet sweep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
They go play action with Sellers. Bears the pressure. Finds his big tight end. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there, and the quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down.
I tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
Not a chance. Missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And they trusted him. Even after that last miss, they trusted him again to make it, and he misses again. I don't know how much more trust they'll have in him. Good weather, not a long kick, second miss of the day. We might not see him again.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Right down the middle. Got a man. It's Eakin. Oh, a lot of space. The 10. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Dickey. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Second and goal coming up. On the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making adjustments. Here's Sellers to throw. He wants to go deep. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. The run inside. It's Dickey. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Running inside, it's Williams. At midfield, he's got room. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Pulls it in. It's Eakin. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
And the Red Raiders now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Under fire. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
To the air, it's Hammond. Complete to the right. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The Red Raiders go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Going to the run, it's Sticky. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to get the edge on the jet sweep. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. This crowd knows when to bring it. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Dickey. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
What an unbelievable effort that time by the running back. Great vision and showing off his speed. And now with that big gain, he puts his head coach in a position where he's going to have to make a decision here what he wants to do on 4th and short.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Throwing, Sellers. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harbor. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. He might want another play. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He's taking a deep shot. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive. And I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do because this passing attack has not been great.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. The run inside. It's Sticky. Picks up the 1st down. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Trying to run, it's Dickey. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.